In this video, I'll be guiding you through Chapter 3.3, the marketing mix. This is the final part of a 4-part series, and in this video, we'll be focusing on promotion. And here are the syllabus statements. So what are the aims of promotion? It is to communicate with the customers to persuade them to buy its products. Simply put, this is to inform customers about new products and services, to persuade customers to create a brand image, and ultimately to increase sales and market share. So we move on to our first type of promotion, which is advertising. So businesses can choose to use television as a means of advertising. The advantages to this is that they get a large number of people that will see the advert, and the products can be shown in a very favorable way. However, the disadvantages of using television that it is very costly, especially if they choose to air their advert at 7 p.m., which is prime time. Moreover, the younger consumers are often using social media instead. Our next method of advertising is using radio. The advantages of this is that it is very cheap, and it reaches a very large audience, and often adverts on radio uses a memorable song. The disadvantages of using a radio is that there is no visual message, so it's difficult to remember, and moreover, it is not as wide audience compared to other methods. Businesses can use newspapers as a platform for advertising. The advantages of using this is that it is aimed and focused at a particular segment. It is very cheap. A copy can be cut and kept by the customer, and lots of information can be included in the advert. The disadvantages of using newspapers is that people might not notice the advert at all. The target market might not be buying newspapers. And lastly, paying money for an advert in a newspaper might not be the best use of resources, as if your target market are not buying newspapers, they might not be seeing that advert in the first place. The next method of advertising is magazines. The advantages of using magazines is that it attracts a specific type of customer, as each magazine has a very specific set of target audience which is catered to. They can use colored pictures, and also they can keep this for future reference. However, the disadvantages of using magazine is that they are only published once a month or once a week. And lastly, not everyone reads specialist magazines. The next method of advertising is posters and billboards. The advantages of using these is that it is relatively cheap and could be potentially seen by everyone, and also they are permanent. The disadvantages of using posters and billboards is that it can be easily missed as people just walk past them. Lastly, posters and billboards do not contain detailed information about the product. The next method of advertising is leaflets. The advantages of this is that it can be handed out to the local area, it can be delivered to people from door to door, and also it contains much information. The disadvantages of using leaflet is that people just tend to throw these away. And people see direct mail as junk mail, and this will put customers off. The advantages of using social media or the internet is that you have access to a very wide audience. It is low cost, and also updating information is very easy. It is an excellent way to build good customer relationships, as you can interact with them online. And lastly, you can target specific groups. The disadvantages of using social media and internet is that some people still don't have internet access. Bad reviews are seen by everyone, and we all know that bad reviews spread faster than good reviews, which will result in the bad reputation of the business. It also takes time to monitor and post messages. Now moving on to sales promotion. Our first method of sales promotion is after-sales service. The advantages of after-sales service is that the business will reassure customers that they'll stand by their product, which means that they have the ability to rectify any problems after the product is sold. However, the disadvantages is that this will increase costs for the business, and also they will need to have inventory or spare parts for them to fix said product. The next method of sales promotion is companies giving out gifts. For example, a cereal manufacturer will put a free gift or a coupon inside the box to lure their customers to buy the product. The advantages of this is that coupon collections will lead to customer buying even more. This could also be targeted promotion to kids, so having a free toy inside the box so they will buy more to complete a collection. The disadvantages, however, this will increase costs for the manufacturer, so they have to make the toy and put inside the box. And lastly, customers might not even be interested in the gift that you're offering. Our next example is buy one, get one free. This is when customers buy one, and you guessed it, they get the second one free. The advantage of this strategy is that it provides an incentive for customers to buy more than one. And furthermore, this may help the business get rid of excess inventory that they may have. The disadvantages of this strategy is that this may devalue the brand image. For instance, can you imagine Hermes doing a buy one get one free for their limited edition bags? And the business may actually run out of inventory, and this may cause dissatisfaction for customers that are wanting to buy the product. The next promotional strategy is promotional price reductions. The advantage of this is that this provides an incentive for customers to buy due to steep discounts for a short period of time. Promotional price reductions also allow the business to acquire as many customers as possible, as customers will be drawn to buying their products, and hopefully they'll be able to retain them as repeat customers. And the disadvantages to promotional price reductions is that it may devalue the brand image. Again, can you imagine Hermes reducing their prices for 50%? This will also reduce profit margins and cause a higher break-even point. The next method of sales promotion is point of sale. This is when a business is able to raise awareness of the product by showing them the product themselves. For instance, an employee will show the customer exactly how to use the product. On top of that, the customers are able to try the product out for themselves to see if it suits their needs and wants. And the last method of sales promotion is free samples. This is when the business gives free samples to customers to try to see if they like it. The advantages of free samples is that it encourages customers to try out something new. It is much harder for a business to explain what the food tastes like, but it is a lot easier just to allow the customers to try what it tastes like. And therefore, as a result, this tempts existing customers to buy more. The disadvantages, however, is that the cost of providing these samples are relatively high, and on top of that, there's no guarantee people will buy it. And customers might end up not liking it after trying the free sample. Lastly, we have sponsorship. An example of a sponsorship is when Red Bull sponsors an event such as cliff diving. The advantages of sponsorship is that it targets the intended market. Moreover, the business will be linked to the event sponsored. So usually, Red Bull is known for its adrenaline, high activity values, and sponsoring cliff diving is the perfect complement. The disadvantage is, however, that the action of the sponsored person or the team could damage the reputation. And lastly, there are high costs due to the funding of the event. Every business will need to know the importance of a marketing budget. They need to know how much money is available to market the product. They will also know that being cost-effective in spending on the marketing is important, and also small businesses will find it very difficult to compete with larger businesses due to a limited budget. So moving on to the technology and the marketing mix. So what is e-commerce? So e-commerce is the use of the internet and other technologies to sell goods and services, such as online shopping, internet banking, online ticket booking, and online hotel reservations. So for e-commerce, for a business, the opportunities is that they pay less rent and also they hire less employees, which will lower their cost and increase their profitability. On top of that, they get to widen their market and customers, as now most people these days are online. And lastly, it is very easy to update the information about your product in the click of a button. The threat, however, is that not everyone has got access to the internet, and it's not possible for the customer to try before you buy, as you are buying online behind your computer. There is no passing trade, meaning that there are no customers that will just randomly walk into your store. There's a lack of personal service, as there is no customer service assistant physically there trying to help you. And lastly, there is a risk of hackers or fraud of being online. And e-commerce, in the perspective of the customers, is that they get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week convenience. So they can buy any good or any service at the touch of the fingers at any time. It is easy to compare prices, as there are websites for them to price compare. It is very easy to pay, and also they have a wider choice of products to select from. The threats, however, is that customers might not have internet access. They cannot try the products first. There could potentially be fraud. There might be some technical problems at the back end, and also on top of that, there's no personal customer service. Now, moving on to the examination questions. Please be reminded that I have a playlist on examination technique for paper 1 and paper 2 in the description below. Explain how BKS's marketing decisions about promotion might be affected if a product is in the following stages of the product lifecycle. Introduction stage, high levels of promotion, as there are significant amounts of promotion will be used to attract new customers for their new products. At the maturity stage, there will be low levels of promotion. This is to remind existing customers to remain loyal. This is to maintain their market share for their foods. Identify one benefit and one cost to a business for developing new products. Entering new markets, which is a benefit, and the cost of materials and labor, which would be a cost. Do you think promoting the brand image is the most important role of packaging? Justify your answer. Brand image of packaging is important because it allows the product to stand out using creative marketing techniques. And protection is the most important, as nobody will buy damaged goods, and this will be a waste of business resources and increased costs. Promoting the brand image is not the most important, as people buying it will be purchasing it anyway. Therefore, I think that protection is the most important, as damaged goods do not sell. Identify and explain one advantage and one disadvantage to Soles of using cost plus pricing. It's simple to calculate, as it saves time setting an appropriate price for shoes. And a disadvantage is that it does not consider the competition, as if you don't set your prices competitively, it's quite difficult to operate in a competitive market. Do you think that WSS should use sponsorship or newspaper advertising as the main method of promotion? Justify your answer. Newspapers are cheap to advertise on. It can be seen by many, which will increase demand and revenue. Sponsorship is the best, as it targets a very specific target audience, so they can tailor the promotional material to suit the needs of the intended market. In evaluation, newspaper is not the best, as potential customers may miss the advert, as it might be in an obscured location. Therefore, sponsorship is the best because it is directly linked to the sponsored event, meaning higher levels of brand exposure, more revenue, more profit. Do you think selling to a wholesaler is the best channel of distribution for a startup business? A wholesaler can buy very large amounts of products from a single wholesaler, meaning they can get more revenue and profit. However, selling directly to the customers is the best because they can control the marketing and how they sell the products to its customers. Upon evaluation, selling directly to the customers is not the best way, as the cost of delivering the products is high. Therefore, using the wholesaler is the best for a startup business, as they can sell to a single wholesaler, and also delivery costs to a single location will be low. Do you think selling directly to retailers is the best channel of distribution for a manufacturer to use? Justify your answer. Selling to a retailer is the best as they have very large distribution networks due to multiple stores. This will generate significant sales and profit. Selling through an agent is the best as they have very highly specialized knowledge, therefore resulting in more precise targeting of the market segments. Upon evaluation, using agents are not the best as they lose full control on how the products are sold, which may impact brand image and reputation. Therefore, retailers are the best as the promotional and the marketing of products are paid for by the retailer. Do you think that advertising in specialist magazines is the best way for a business to promote high-quality products? Justify your answer. Using specialist magazines are the best as they target a very specific target market, which results in higher impact advertisements tailored to the audience. Using the internet is the best as you've got a much wider target market, and this will mean that more people will see the advert, resulting in more sales, revenue, and profit. Upon evaluation, social media or internet is not the best way as it's very easy for someone to leave bad reviews. Therefore, the best way is using specialist magazines, as magazines can portray the high-quality products in high-quality gloss paper, which is the best way in communicating to the customer of its high-quality attributes. Do you think that giving out free samples is the best method of sales promotion for a business to use when promoting a new food product? Free samples are the best because it allows the customers to try something new, which persuades them to make a purchase. Buy one, get one free, however, is the best because the customer gets the most value for their money, and this will entice customers to buy more at lower prices. Upon evaluation, buy one, get one free is not the best as the customer might not be familiar with the product and therefore they won't make a purchase. Therefore, free samples are the best as the taste is the most important part of buying a food product. I hope that helped. I hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.